At the end of the day, I do not catfish, honey, but it's not my fault that, you know, I know my angles, okay? Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, everyone. This is Kiaaj coming at you today with another video. Honey, that intro was like the hardest thing ever. Honey, I am all over the place. How you doing? How you doing? You all right? All right. Hopefully you're all right. And if you're not all right, you're going to be all right. After this video, you're going to be all right. All right. And you know what's going to make me extra all right? If you please consider subscribing to my channel. Consideration is the key. Okay, it's free. No money, no dime, no quarters, no nickel, penny, dimes and quarters. None of the above. Okay? Blah, blah. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Besos de abrazos, honey. I love you, honey. Do I say that too early in the video? Should I say more towards the end? Because I'm like, when do I say that? Like, I'm like, you know, just saying, ask a question. This is another Kiaaj Chronicle. What is Kiaaj Chronicles? Chronicles was inspired by Bailey Sarian. She has a Murder Mystery Monday. So I had the idea from her because I think she's amazing. And you guys should go and check her out. If you do not know who she is, go and check her out. Bailey Sarian. Amazing, beautiful, everything, honey. Honey, I had the idea of coming up with Kiaaj Chronicles. Now, I was talking to Aileen. Hey, girl. Hey, honey. This video also, you know, she helped me out, okay? She sent me a video on Marco Polo, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a video, because I was not gonna do a video, honestly. I was just like, out of it, life happens, things happen. But it just happened at the right time, and it just made me feel and here I'm doing the video, okay? So therefore, thank you so much, Aileen. Thank you so much also Amanda, how we were talking, and it was just kind of like, everything was hitting, and the chakras were connecting from all over, and it was just kind of like, oh. Here's the video, okay? So yes, so what is a Kiaaj Chronicle? That was the longest thing ever. Kiaaj Chronicle is a video where I basically pretty much do my makeup and talk about a story. My subject on top. Whatever's going on, that's what will be on top. This time today, darling, if you want to see what I got on my face, honey, everything is down below. You can go ahead and check it out. Yeah, all that good stuff. And yes, like I was saying, I did eat this time because last time when I did these videos, darling, a video like this, I did not eat, okay? So the last video that you saw, if you saw it, the last Kiaaj Chronicles, because there's more than one. Wait. Look, I went blank quick, honey. The last Kiaaj Chronicle I did, I was hungry. So my energy was low, honey. My energy started picking up midway through the video. And midway through the video, that's when I was just talking to myself because the camera said, not today, I'm not going to let you be great. And it died. And I was over it. That was that on that. So let's start with the story, honey. That was long, honey. Long. Basically, this story takes place, honey. I like to give a scene, honey. I like to give you a scene. I like to give you a feel. I like to give you an era that you can connect to. I like to give you all of that stuff, okay? So with the first video, I gave you a story of the one that went to jail.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to issue a citation.
Can you validate this?
Sir, I'm warning you, sir. You're a nasty old man.
Story. So I said, honey, I want you to understand, honey. I got a wide spectrum, honey. I got a wide range of what I like, honey. I got a wide horizons of men I date. I date from here, there, to everywhere, all around the clock, and then some, honey, okay? I don't discriminate. For what? Discrimination for what? Who? Not me. Not I. Everybody has a fair opportunity with me, okay? Tall, short, you know, educated, non-educated, have had chances in my lifetime, you know? You know, things happen. What are you talking about? Now, what are you talking about? Okay, like, honey, just because you're not educated don't mean you're not doing, you know, good in life, honey. You understand what I'm saying, honey? Just because you think you bad, but, you know, I may be like, you know what? It may be bad for you, but good for me. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, honey, equal opportunity. I'm not saying it's good, it's bad. I'm not saying it's ugly, it's cute. I'm just saying, you know, why not? So, I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take you from that crazy situation to the opposite. What crazy? With dun 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 da da da. So this situation, I just knew, baby, friend, I just knew I was gonna be married to medicine. I just knew I was gonna be an Andy Cohen. Andy, come over here, Andy. Come and say hi to everybody, Andy. I just knew I was gonna be on Watch What Happens Live, Watch What Happens Dark. In color, non-color, there, nowhere, everywhere. I just knew I was going to be somewhere. Because I said, dang, it's a doctor. That's it. This is my connection, and I may be, you know, married to medicine, honey. I know. This may be a sign that I may be married to medicine. Okay, so I was thrilled. I was very, delusional, but I was thrilled. I said, okay. This happened like this, honey. Let me give you the synopsis of the story, honey. Basically, I'm here, back in the day when I was young and afraid. And I am like, bored. Because, everything started out for the boring with me, honey. I get bored and I start doing crazy things, darling. So, friend, I'm just bored. My phone. And I am on Jacked. What is Jacked, honey? Let me tell you, you don't know. Jacked is a app where people they like the same type of people or the same, kind of situations with people, go and, meet other people. Mostly for certain situations where, you can meet real good people out of there. Jack is not only for, certain situations as far as, making art with each other. It could also be to, meet people and, and connect. I've met people to connect and be like, oh, we are friends now. Okay. So, yeah. So with that being said, I'm bored, honey. And I'm like, you know what? Let me download this stuff back on my phone. Because, I took it off. Because, at the end of the day, a lot of people on there, are, considered or wanting or desiring to do, the more of the artistic side of things with each other. And, I was like, I'm not on there for that. I don't want that. I was like, but I'm bored. So why not go ahead, see, what's on here. As soon as I get on, honey, bling, honey, bling, at the end of the day, I do not catfish, honey, but it's not my fault that, I know my angles, okay? That you don't know how to take them angles. It's not my fault that you don't know how to blend a certain type of way to make it look like you want it to look. It's not my fault, darling, but learn. So with that being said, so this page does not have no pictures, honey. I don't like that, honey. That means two things, honey. One, they are in the DL, down low. Or two, honey, they're on DL. They don't want anybody to know who they are. So they ain't no two things. There's one thing. They don't want you to know who they are. Okay, that's what it is. It's not two. It's just one. Here. So hit me up and I'm like, okay, so hey, how you doing? And I was like, great. I said, how are you? I'm bored, so why not? Shoot. So he's like, oh. You look real good. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And I was like, okay, oops, what you heard? Why don't you have no picture up? Oh, well, I can't. Well, why can't you? Who? Oh, well, my job and stuff. Well, what kind of job do you have? Oh, well, I'm a doctor, honey. Oh, well, do tell. So how is it to be a doctor, honey? Okay, because you say something like that, doesn't mean nothing. Because this mother did not want to send a picture, and I said, no, ma'am, you can tell me anything, honey. You can tell me anything and tell me a dream and a life, honey, and create it within the amount of seconds, within the amount of minutes, within the amount of whatever, honey, you can create anything. So, no, ma'am, you ain't going to come with me and say that, and I'm going to believe it, honey, but I'm intrigued. So, remember, I was kind of bored, so it was kind of like, okay, well, what are you talking about, honey? What game are you serving? And let me see if I want to play with this game, honey. So he started talking. Oh, well, do you want to give me your number? Well, you know what? I will give you my number. No, only one way. Well, what's the way? Well, send me a picture. He went ahead and hesitated a little bit. Eventually sent a little picture. Okay, he was serving, he was giving me a very hard, in that picture though. In that picture, with the look and everything, he was giving me a very hard 7, okay? And he looked like he was trying a bit too hard, and I was kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. But I was like, you're a doctor, so I was like, you work hard. You work hard, honey. With a little pizzazz, honey, you'll be all right, okay? I may help you out. I may hook you up, doctor. Dr. Heavenly. Okay, I may help you out, honey. What you say? So, basically, honey, hold on. Before I poke myself in the eye. Okay. So basically, we exchanged numbers. He was kind of cool. So he's like, okay, so I want to meet you. Mind you, what I started saying, I was bored. So now I do not advise nobody to just go ahead and, meet up with somebody that quick. Especially doing the next step that I did, honey. I definitely don't advise that one, honey. For nobody of any type of lifestyle, for nobody, honey, man, woman, anything. It does not matter who you and what you identify as long as you do not do the next step I did like that. Because it's crazy, it's reckless, and it can lead to good things, bad things, or between things, or crazy things, okay? You never know. So he was like, okay, so you want to meet up, da-da-da. So I was like, you know what, I'm bored. So you know what, why not? Mind you, remember, the other one wanted to meet up, right? This situation happened before that situation happened, okay? So now you understand why I don't do these things? Hello? Okay, in any type of way, shape, or form. So basically, that happened. Cool. You know, let's go ahead and go out with a doctor, honey. That's not an everyday thing, honey. And where I come from, honey, it's not every day. People will be like, oh yeah, I'm going out with a doctor, honey. First of all, I'm gay, honey. I'm homosexual. So therefore, with me being of you know that honey, with me serving that illusion, honey, you know, it was kind of like, okay, wait a minute. I was like, okay, this situation is cute, but at the end of the day, I gotta be kind of careful because, you know, well, when that color just popped on, what was I saying, honey? What was I saying? This is the part that I don't like when I start messing up, honey. But I know one thing though. Look at this color though. Okay, let's go back to the story. So, okay, I think I got it. When I'm editing, hopefully it's here. If it's not here, honey, catch me up and you kind of connect the dots, honey. Connect with me, friend. You understand what I'm saying? Connect far. You win, I lose. No, we both win, honey. Because when I win, you win. When you win, I win. We together in this, honey. Who? Okay? Honey, you my friend for real. I mean that. You for real. Honey. I could see that look all the way from here. Basically, the next step that I did was I gave him my address. I did not drive, so I was like, you know what? He's a doctor. You know what? Like, mind you, he could still be fabricating this story. But I was like, you know what? His vibe is cool. His vibe is everything. He's giving me very much honesty. It's just stupid. You know, so at the end of the day, I could just go ahead and, you know, trust this man. You know, why not? So I was like, yes, sir, you know, here's my address. Come and get me. But I said, let me be smart, honey, because, you know, you could be stupid, but you can't be too stupid. You know, you got to kind of be a little smart at least. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I'm okay. It's okay. Calm down. It's okay. So I was like, you know what? I can't be too stupid. I lived in an apartment complex, so that made me feel safe. Dumb, just stupid. Okay, just don't think, honey. Just reckless, honey. Just crazy. You know what? I live in an apartment complex, so I'm like, you know, there's apartment complex, honey, are 2 stories, but it's kind of shaped like a U, but it's like a long like this. So it's like, honey, it's like that. So it's like let's say a U, but an apartment complex form. Okay, honey, because I'm not an architect. I'm sorry, honey. The one in the back, like, what? Honey, I'm not an architect. So that's fine. I'm smart. Let's go ahead and tell this man, you know, come and get me. But I'm not gonna give him my direct apartment number. I'm gonna give him the main one. And be smart. You know what? I got it all covered out. In the middle is where the what you call it is. In the middle is where the main office is. But you know, it was afternoon time kind of when this was happening. So I was like, you know what? I was like, you know, that one, they'll see me, and 2, he's not gonna know where I'm coming from, because I'm gonna come through this side. I'm gonna come all the way through the other side to get him confused in case of anything, because I'm gonna be okay. Okay, cool. So he's like, okay, talking. I was like, you know, on the phone, the energy that he was giving me when I started talking to him on the phone, because I was like, you know what? I need to hear your voice, darling. You're not giving me enough with just pictures. I need voice, honey. I need to hear something, darling. Give me something to hear, listen to. So I was like, you know what? Call me. So he was calling me. I was getting ready. Because I was like, you know, it's a date, darling, and it's a doctor, honey. So you need to come with your A's and Q's and P's, different kind of breed, honey, because it's a doctor, darling. If you understand what I'm saying, you will understand. You know what I mean? If wait a minute, what am I doing? We need to clean this off, honey. Hold on. And he calls or whatever. He's like, oh, okay, well, I'm on my way. No, I'm in Bumblebee. okay. And that was the first joke he said. And I just found that so bizarre because it was kind of like, do you really want to proceed with this? Proceed with this? Because I was like, Bumblebee, what the is that? So, okay, okay, I guess. And I was like, what the? I don't know what that meant. I did not know. Now I will know for the rest of my life because of this event. What Bumblebee was. Oh, that's great. Thank you. You know, okay. Thank you for letting me know that. I know I'll look out for Bumblebee. Well, I'm like, okay, get him rid of it. I was like, okay, like, this man is just kind of weird. Like, I was like, this is going to be like an awkward, like, I was like, the energy was feeling kind of off, but I was so intrigued and so, doctor, that I was kind of like, maybe I should just go with the doctor. And that's what I decided to do. And, I was like, you know, even though the energy is off, you know, the chakra does not feel like it's going to be good. And I was like, you know, it's not every day that I'm still going to be able to say I went out with a doctor. So I was like, honey, take that off my bucket list. Okay, at least I'll take that out. Okay. He was like, okay, yeah, I'm here. So I was like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and, you know, come out. So I'm walking. So he's like, okay, remember Bumblebee? And I was like, is that like a doctor's thing? Like that means something? Like, is that like some hint to something? Like, are you into some role play stuff that you probably should have told me to be warned about so I could, like, you know, understand, like, what's going on with Bumblebee? So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, literally, okay, cool. And I called him, I'm like, where you at? He's like, I'm here. And I was like, you know, there's a whole lot of other cars. I was like, great. I said, what the Franklin America in the universe is this? Okay, I was like, what's going on? I'm here. I know you're here. Where are you? Like, there's cars and there's other cars gonna get packages. It was just a lot going on. I know. Honey, he's like, I'm here in Bumblebee. So then I was like, oh, Bumblebee's a yellow car. So I was like, okay, like, that's so dumb. So I'm walking to the car, so he comes out. He's like, yeah, I'll see you. So he comes out, and I'm like, okay. So when he comes out, he's like, oh, hey. So I was like, do I give a handshake? What do I do? So he's like, oh, hey. And I was like, okay, like, hey, okay, well, hey, how you doing? Like, do we do one of these? Do we just do this? Like, so I was like, hi. And he was like, nice. And I was like, okay, nice to meet you. Like, it was a very awkward one of those situations. But then he goes open the car for me, the car door. And I was like, okay. Great. Okay, that was fabulous. Opening the car door for me though. So then he goes open the car door for me, and I'm like, okay, this is just going great, honey. This is just marvelous, honey. Oh, so we get in the car. He's like, oh yeah. So you know what I was telling you, Bumblebee. You know what Bumblebee is, and I'm like, what is Bumblebee? So that's when he told me, oh yeah, Bumblebee is that from that movie with the car Transformers. And Bumblebee was his yellow car and whatever, and I was actually driving in the same yellow car, so that's why he called it Bumblebee, and that's why he kept telling me Bumblebee. But I did not know what the heck Bumblebee was, so then I was like, oh, okay. Like, it was one of those very short flaps from the inside, so it was a lot of those. So I was like, okay, cool. So then we drive it. He's like, okay, so what made you get on Jack? And I'm like, well, what made you get on Jack? Like, he's like, so I'm like, no. I was like, no, you know, I was just bored, so why not? I was like, what about you? You know, what are you going to say? He was like, oh, you know, I was just bored, and, you know, my kids, my oldest daughter, went ahead and started telling me about Jack. And I was like, your oldest daughter? I was like, honey, do tell, honey. I said, okay. You driving around in Bumblebee, okay? So you know, you may be stable, daughter. You got kids, okay? How many? 7. I said, well, wait a minute, darling. I said, I'm a bit too young for 7 now. Now, 7 is a bit much. I thought you said 1 daughter, darling, and she was probably, you know, a little older. I said, I could do with a girl my age, darling. We could be friends. Okay? That's how you get it through the friends, honey. It's okay, darling. It's okay. It's gonna be, I'm going to take care of daddy for us. Who? I'm going to take care of daddy for us. Who's not going to take care of daddy? I'm going to take care of daddy. So I'm like, darling, he was giving me very much of that. So I'm like, you know what? So I was like, you know what? I was like, this is like, you know, intriguing. So he was like, yeah, I got 7 kids. So I was like, how old are they? I don't remember the exact ages, but I'm going to give you the wide range of the oldest being in her teens. Maybe 13, 14, definitely not 16. Maybe 15. I don't know. And then the youngest being 3. I remember that one though. Okay, the youngest. I was like, well, dang. I said, honey, there's a lot. So we'll make sure we should get the boys. And I was like, well, how did this happen, honey? How did this, lovely, active family life happen? We'll save that for the restaurant. And I was like, well, that should have been my warning. This is going to be a long one, honey. So that's when he started asking me questions. And I'm not going to give you those questions because, it was just very, oh my God, like, are you kidding me? Like, am I doing this? Like, what did I do? Like, did I make the wrong decision? Was I thinking wrong? Cause something don't feel right. We're driving. He's like, what you want to eat? And I was like, I don't know, whatever you like. Oh, well, I'll take you where my kids like to eat. I was like, okay, well, we're probably going to Atlanta, honey. We were going to something nice, honey. He's like, where we go, honey? We go all the way to the lovely, lovely Olive Garden. Ding, 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 ding. You're it. You got it. I was like, Olive Garden is what your kids like. Oh, yeah. I was like, okay, great. Me too. Olive Garden. Olive Garden. Are you kidding me? I wanted this all my life. It's so amazing. Honey, girl. So we go to Miss Olive Garden, honey. So then that's when he started telling me about the kid situation. You talking about relationship, honey. You talking about, you want me to have the babysitter or something? Like, you asking me, are you offering me a job? Did I gonna play a babysitter? I'm like, what are you asking? Because you're not talking about, no art. He talking about doing something else. So, I was like, what's going on? Like, am I missing something? Are we missing something? Are we not seeing each other eye to eye? Like, just let me know, honey, because I'm not understanding. So, he like, no, he felt, these type of feelings, like in the boys. For a long time. So, he had his woman. He had the same baby mamas or whatever. And he ended up having all these children with this woman. Ended up leaving. And the woman ended up leaving him with all the children and leaving them and all that stuff. Okay, that's what happened. The woman left him with all the children. So he was there to care. He was there to care for the children. The children. The children, there goes the children, making me old. But they'll take care of me when I get old. So they say, those fools. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. Those fools. You're lucky if you have one to do, because some of you don't. It's horrible. Okay, off cue. But, at the end of the day, I was like, oh, wow, that is horrible. Oh, no, horrible. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? That's cool. I was like, at the end of the day, things happened or whatever. So I was like, so, what attracted you about me? But I was serving, honey. He liked the dish that I was delivering, darling. What I say? You gotta serve that. Want a Fanta? Okay, you gotta serve it, darling. You gotta serve something that you gotta go to sleep thinking, you know what? I want a Fanta, okay? So I served the mean dish, honey. But I was not sure what kind of dish I was gonna serve for this situation. Because, it was like, I had to do a lot. Because I was like, honey, it's a doctor. And this may be it, honey. This may be my way out. Let me stop. But, so he's like, yeah, so what made you do hair? And I was like, something the whole thing with my mother, da da da. He's like, oh wow, that's real nice. So my daughter, one day she was oh my God, this is so funny. This is him explaining the story. This is so funny. Oh my God. So she goes ahead and, mind you, there's snow and there's a steep hill like that going down my driveway. Oh my God. And she goes ahead and she calls me and she's like, Dad. Cause she went up there. Oh my God. She went up there to get the mail. The mail. So she's like, Dad. And she gets the mail. She's like, something. She calls me out. She's like, Dad. And she's coming back down and she goes ahead and she splits and she goes down. And she goes down right underneath the truck. And I'm like, and mind you, at this point, the waiter's here. Because I guess he couldn't wait to tell that story, honey. He was waiting all night for that one, honey. That was the kicker, darling. And I'm just like, in my head, what in the bleep did I get my bleep self in? This crazy fool. Oh, it's crazy. I was like, he was serving me a mean dish of daddy yada. Okay, like, honey, leave these children. Where are they, honey? Are they in the car? Were they following in the van, honey? Do they got a nanny? Because, honey, if they got a nanny, honey, this bet may still be on. Honey. So, he's like, you know, my kids are mixed. He's like, you know, I like mixed. And I was like, okay. He was like, that's why I like you as well. He was like, you know, you're different. I was like, oh my God. Like, you know, I mean, I get that a lot, but, you know, I like, why do you want me like that? It's gonna mix. It comes with a different culture, though. Being mixed, honey. All tea, all shades, all everything outside. It comes with a different breed of, rules and regulations of growing up. You know what I'm saying? So every nationality have their rules and the regulation of growing up with parenting and, you know, being of Spanish descent with my mother, you know, old school, darling, which I would not change for the world because he made me this way. But at that point I did not understand, honey. I was like, honey, you're being a bit too harsh. You know, it was different. He's like, you know, here's a picture there. He's like, you know, they're mixed. And I was like, okay, you know, they had curly hair. He was like, you could do their hair, you know. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, you're right. I can't do their hair. Can I? Oh, that's happening. I was like, oh my God, like, this is just awkward. Like, I was like, this is just like the most boring day I've ever been in my life. Like, this man is just talking about his children the whole time he's there. This man is not, like, realizing that he has a whole snack in front of him. Let me stop. No. But this man's not realizing that, you know, like, honey, no ma'am. Like, you know what? Like, just take me home. So he's like, you know, I'm really liking you. And, you know, I think the energy is good. He was like, you know what? We should go to the movies. I said, Lord, he want to go to the movies, honey. I said, you know what? But this energy's so bad. I was like, I should make something up. You know, but I was like, you know what? I was like, it's a free meal. And I was like, at least it could be a free meal and a movie. So he was like, you know, whatever you want to pick. And I was like, oh, whatever. Oh, yeah, whatever. I want to pick. So I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah, let's go and watch that movie that was out that time. What's the name of the one where the girls get, Carrie, the new Carrie, darling. That's fine. We're going to go and see it. You know, I'm going to end the date right, honey. How about that? The man is at least being nice and offering and buying and paying. Order whatever you want. Just to, you know, start. Okay? You said that means you paid, honey. You know, I know doctor language, honey. Order whatever you want means I'm going to pay. Order whatever you want. Oh, well, you know, I first want to start out with, okay, it's one of those situations. Let's start out with, let's start out with this, honey. And I want this, then I want that. And that's what I was serving. I was like, honey, give me this, give me that. You want to try wine? Let's give me all of them, honey. What they're giving, honey. I want them. Yes, I do. You want to try? I do. Don't give it, honey. At this point, don't even tell me what I'm drinking. Just bring it. Just bring it and serve it. Because I'm drinking everything. I'm gulping everything down. If it fits, it's going, honey. And if it's going, he's paying. That's what I wanted. So I'm just like gloop, 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 gloop. Drink it. Oh, let's just go to the movies and see that movie. So he's like, okay. So we go to the movie theaters, and you know, people are looking, cause you know the I never told y'all the difference of age. So people are just kind of like not looking too hard, cause you know, I was not a fool to dress too modern and too, you know, but, you know, looking kind of like, okay, what is this boy that look this way? So I don't offend anybody because, you know, people get offended any type of way. Anything you say too crazy, oh my God, I'm offended. But, you know, what is this boy of this descent doing with this man of this descent? You know? And if you understand what I'm saying, you will catch the drift, honey. So I was like, you know, but who? Do you think I can? Does it look like I can? Because I don't. So he goes ahead, he buy a ticket. He's like, you want to drink something? It's like, yeah, you know what, fine. You eating something with me? Well, you know, yeah, you okay. Yeah, let's buy popcorn. Let's buy it all, honey. Let's do it right. Let me take you for the ride of your life, honey. I'm going to give you a transformation, darling. Okay, you think you have bumblebees outside, honey? I'm going to give you bumblebees in the inside, darling. Okay? We're watching the movie. He's like, and I'm like, yeah, he go with the laugh, honey. I was like, honey, it's the laugh for me. The last time I went to the movies, what do you think he talk about? The kids, the kids, the kids. Go, honey. I'll take it. Rain check, honey. Rain check, honey. And he started talking about the kids. I was like, oh my God. I was like, honey, when is this movie going to start? Just give me the movies. Play movie. You know, in the movie theater, it takes forever. You know, I miss going to the movies, honey. It was a good old day going to the movies. Now it's like, do you want to go to the movies now? No, I don't. I'm good. I am frightened to death. I don't want to go to the movies. Please don't take me. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's what movie theaters are serving to me, honey. It's giving me very much scary. It's giving me haunt. It's giving me thriller at the night, and I don't like it. So I was like, you know, we sit in the movie theater. So then there's a scene in the movie where, and you guys see, you know what the
She's suspended. I think she'll crash. I mean, you never know what's going to start.
when they're getting ready for prom, they're gonna hear that he's like, like he was just ready for the scene or something. And I'm like, oh my God, like you're doing this a bit too loud, son. Like you're giving me very much delusional, and you're not in your living room. This is just giving me a bit too much. Like, what are you doing? You know, man, if they were in your hair salon, like, oh my God. And I was like, cause I don't want to say shh. So I was like, okay, you know, there's other people in here. Like, honey, stop. So he's like, like you just can't stop. You just gotta go ahead a little bit more. Like, what the heck? No wonder she left, honey. Stop. Maybe you gotta look at yourself. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself. Maybe see the why. The why sometimes relies with you. What you say, that is Michelangelo. The legendary, darling. So, honey, that's what ended up happening. And I was just like, oh my God. So I was like, you know what? After that, he was like, oh, you want to go ahead and, you know, do something? No, I don't want to know. I don't. I don't want to do nothing no more with you. I gotta go. I was like, you know, I gotta go. You know, I gotta go to my mom. You know, God rest her soul, honey. I was like, I gotta go to my mom. It's getting late, honey. Getting late. Oh, okay, well, you know, I understand. So we're going back to the house. You know, okay, well, you know, I'm going to see you again. You know, I really like you. I think the energy was good. Honey, well, we're on 2 different dates. Because if you felt like that energy was good, honey, I don't know what that energy feels to you. Because I was like, honey, that energy was so dead. It was just crazy. I knew more about the children than I know about this man. What in the Lord's name was he serving? He was just serving me just crazy. It was just crazy to me, honey. It was just too much for me. Crazy. So he's driving home and he go ahead, you know, of course, talk more about the children. We are the children. He is always talking about the kids and I was not living. There's a time and place for every single thing. But I don't want to hear all about just your children. Okay? Like, stop. You know what I hate, honey? These brushes need conditioner, darling, because they're serving, honey, serving dry cheese, honey, like they're just falling apart because they're gonna conditioner on them. I was just not here for it. I was just giving that. I was just giving, you know, another type of vibe, and that vibe was not it. When we leaving out the car, he's like, you know, okay, well, it was a beautiful day. And he leans in for a kiss, and he had eyes closed and everything, honey. He was ready for that kiss. And all I could think about was, okay, well, this man at least paid for the meal, honey. Like, you know, not. And I was like, but he was already so close and I was so off guard. It was kind of like, like, it was like a reaction kiss. Because I was like, he was just, it was not like, no, it was like I've been waiting for you. Mind you, people with no lips kiss different. Okay, I just want to say that. And the force that he came to give the kiss was so hard that it was like a bag of teeth just crashing into your mouth. A bag of teeth, literally, honey. It was like the Tooth Fairy said, you know what? Pow! With a bag of teeth. It was a lot of pressure in the mouth region when that kiss came in. I was like, whoa, hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. You're going too fast, brother. You're going to crash. Like, he was giving me rush. Friend, he was rushed. Rush cheese. He gives me that kiss. It was the driest kiss I've ever had. It was just a sad kiss, honestly. It was just like, honey, like, are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my God, like, this is just like a bag hitting me of like, a bag of rice, honey. Just hitting me right into the face. And I did not like it. So I was like, okay. And I was like, after that, what do you do after that? It was kind of like, after that, I was kind of like, oh, okay. Okay, like, what do I say? What do I do? He's like, so, oh, I don't know where that came from. Honey, from you, like, what? You don't know where that came from? Like, are you crazy? Or what? Like, are you kidding me? You don't know where it came from? Look, let me stop talking. Hold on. Carry on. Carry on. Carry on. So after that kiss, I was like, honey, I'm going to let this person go lightly, softly, and cutely. But I'm sorry, sir, I can't. You give me very much desperanza as well. And I was like, I don't want to be like, no, like, you know. And then you be like, you know what, I'm tired of this. No, I'm giving you, like, I'm just going to, like, play you off like, oh, yeah, I understand. Oh, you're so sick. With a little bit of, oh, but my ex, you see? I like, you know, if you know, at least if you know he goes for the ex, at least you got a little time for it, okay? So I was like, you know, oh, you know, yeah, you see me again, yeah, why not, okay? And he's like, okay, cool. So I leave or whatever, and I was like, honey, after that bump, mind you, now I have to remember I had to walk the other way or whatever. And I was just like, you know what, like, what if he follows me? But I was like, he does have a bright car. But I was like, you know, so then he stood there for a little minute. And I was like, is he trying to, like, see where I live? Like, is he giving me very much, okay, you know what? I see what you're doing. Like, I was confused. I don't know what was he serving. I don't know what he was trying to give. But all I knew was, honey, I need to protect myself. So I thought. So I was like, let me just go around and all that stuff. I did that. Went around. Got to the house or whatever. He called me. I was like, you know, because I did tell him, call me when you get home. I said that, you know, very polite. You know, oh, call me when you get home. Call me. I'll be waiting for your call. So when he gets home, he texts me. He's like, oh, I'm home. And I was like, okay, great. So he starts texting me, you know, again, talking, you know, like he likes me and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, I had a great time. It was very nice. You were very nice, very sweet. I said, I loved everything. At the end of the day, I was like, you know, you gotta let this one go lightly. You gotta let this one go down very softly and gentle. So I was like, you know, I couldn't tell him, you know, oh, I don't want to be with you. So I was like, you know, I eventually just started talking about, oh yeah, you know, the ex, honey. Started talking about the ex. You know, oh, you know, I kind of think that I want to, you know, pursue things with my ex. And that's how I got him off the back, honey. But I was like, I could not sit down and, like, hear more of those jokes. Those crazy, sarcastic, dry humor that only he understands. Him and whoever, maybe his kids understand him too. Maybe him and his kids. Maybe that's why the woman left him. I don't know. But I would not advise nobody to just go ahead and go out like that. And especially not having your own ride, honey. Because even with the ride, it could be crazy. You see what I'm saying? Did I do too much? Never, darling. Okay? Intentional. Okay? So yeah, like for me personally, I just advise, you know, if you going to do something like that, you know, just be careful. I don't advise nobody to do that. Like, you know, things could go wrong, honey. People are crazy. Be careful. And all of that. And then some, honey. But yeah, like the doctor, I just couldn't do it. I just thought, and now I did think about it. I was like, well, maybe I could do it for a little while, honey. Maybe I could serve a mean dish of okay, you know, and I'm out of it. But I was like, you know what? I was like, I can't. I just can't. I was like, I'm never gonna go through that. Like, I was like, that'll be a mean dish of a lot of, you know, okay. Let me just pretend I'm laughing. You know, that takes a lot. That takes a lot out of a person. And I could not put my body through that. I could not. But yeah, so I just decided not to go out with the guy. But, you know, and that did not even remain cool because he was very clingy. Like, he was still calling all the time. And I was like, okay, no, you just got to go completely out the way. Like, you just can't. That is that. I did not. I mean, I probably wish I was married to medicine. But living that life like that, not happy, I don't think it's worth it. But the luxury, honey, I'll be having everything brand new. I'll be on top of everything. What? Who? Entrepreneur. Big things popping, little things stopping, honey, because I'm not having no little things, okay? But we may get there one day. We never know, okay? But you know what will help me out, though? Share this video, honey, and subscribe if you have not subscribed by now, honey. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for love and support. Remember, Kiaaj Chronicles with an S because there's more than one. I'm going to be posting, and hopefully I can keep up with every week. But every week there will be a video for sure. But Kiaaj Chronicles is going to be here for every week, hopefully. But, you know, I'm trying to keep up. Follow me on my social media. I love you guys so much. Best of luck, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye-bye.